Hello, welcome to my video. Obviously we know what the subject's about. Yes, it is about Black Panther. Black Panther was a 2018 superhero movie that came out for Marvel. It was the last movie to come out before the Infinity War movie, Avengers 3. Um, Obviously we're going to talk about it. I know it's a little late. Now, my opinion on the movie, it wasn't very good. I don't know if it's because I'm white or whatever and I don't appreciate it or whatever. It's cool what Marvel did to include all these people to, make this movie, but I feel like they're kind of doing it because of the whole race war that's going on in, the real race war in the United States. If they would have did this movie in like Phase 1, Phase 2, that would have been a lot better, in my opinion. But the fact that they waited till, like, this is such a sensitive issue, bam, here's Black Panther. It's good that it made $1 billion. That's great. Yeah, that's really good. I have no issues, no quarrels with that. My thing about it is, it was not a good movie. It really fucking wasn't. The only good thing about that movie was Killmonger. Everybody knows that. Black Panther himself, T'Challa, he was the most boring fucking protagonist I've ever seen. You never actually got to really see Wakanda. Wakanda was like just a thing in the background. It was like the camera's always zoomed in on your face. You never got to appreciate anything. Yeah. I mean, he's a cool looking superhero, is he not? The whole vibranium thing. Him and Civil War was, I loved it. I really loved that Black Panther was in Civil War. It was compelling, it was great, but he already had his character arc. It was already resolved. Now, when you get to his actual movie, it's piss poor garbage. It's bullshit. And today we're going to be talking about the fact that it is going to be considered for Best Picture. It's nominated for Best Picture. It's stupid. Like, my girlfriend was telling me about it too. We had a big conversation about it, but Oscars are for like comedies and dramas and stuff like that. It's not meant for superhero movies. None of them should be on this list. The only 3 superhero movies I can actually even think of off the top of my head that should be nominated for an Oscar is Watchmen, Days of Future Past, and Infinity War. Because I thought those were the best ones. I know obviously it's biased, it's my opinion, but that's how I feel it should be. Black Panther didn't deserve shit. The CGI was atrocious, it was boring, it was stupid. But let's read the article. It's a surreal time to be a comic book fan. The single issues we flickered through in quarter bins in the back of our favorite comic shops have become the source material for the most profitable movies on the planet. In just a decade, superhero films have become a dominated force in the cultural conversation. With phenomenal critic and financial success, yet the highest honors from Hollywood have eluded these films. Okay, sorry if I'm talking weird or if you can't understand the way I talk. I just had some teeth work done today at the dentist, so I'm a little hard to speak, but I feel like I need to talk about this. On Tuesday, Ryan Coogler's, that's a weird name, blockbuster masterpiece, Black Panther changed all of it by becoming the first superhero comic book movie to be nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. Bullshit. It's another landmark moment for the film, which was the most profitable domestic release of 2018, the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a black director and lead, and the first superhero film with a prominent black cast. Okay, I get it that it's, like, I do feel like black people should be represented in these movies a little bit better. But for fucking sakes, people acting like this is the first black superhero. We've already had Spawn. We've had Blade. He had 3 fucking movies. They're all fucking good except, Blade Trinity, but whatever. My God. Alright. Before Tuesday, the closest a superhero film has come to garnering a Best Picture nomination was Christopher Nolan's 2008 Batman movie, The Dark Knight. If that didn't get a fucking Oscar, why the fuck does this one deserve one? Lauded at the time of its release for reimagining the genre with the realism and brutality, the film caused a cultural shift in how superhero films were seen and created. It was a strong contender for Best Picture of that year's Academy Awards. Ultimately, The Dark Knight earned 8 Oscar nominations, but most were in technical categories. In the wake of the Dark Knight's snub, the Academy expanded the Best Picture nominations to include 10 films instead of 5. Black Panther is set itself apart by offering an entire unique concept of superheroes. It took a character and a world created by 2 white men and put it in the hands of I can't say the word right now because my teeth, black production team, director, and cast. Though it fit the mold of the MCU, Coogler's film has a thematic depth that often lost when comics were transferred onto the screen. Sure, Black Panther is a superhero film, but it's also a story about colonization, monarchy, separatism, family, and so much more. It's a perfect example of the ways comic books can be vessels for, and I don't even know what that word is, stories that are both relevant and timely, and as a result, designate with a wider audience. But it doesn't. The movie's fucking shit. Most people hate that movie, and if you like it, it's just because you're black, and that's really what it is, which, I get it. It's because you want representation. That's fine. I get it. But don't act like this is an Oscar-worthy movie, because it's fucking not. It always seems slightly strange that superhero films have had a hard time at the Oscars that other landmark blockbusters in the sci-fi and fantasy category are often heralded. Prime examples are the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar, Inception, and Arrival, which were similar in their tone and technical powers. If Lord of the Rings didn't get an Oscar, this snubbing from the Academy likely stems from the decades-long assumption that comics were a lesser, more pulpery form of entertainment. It's a bogus theory, by the way, since at least the 1940s and 50s were comics revealed in tales of true crime, to the superhero stories that dealt with the widely topics like immigration, race, oppression, and dangers of, I never heard of that word, demagoguery. Comics have been consistently ahead of their time. The perception that comics deserve a lower status can be traced back to the nationwide outrage sparked by Frederick Wetherham in his 1954 book Seduction of the Innocent, which positioned that comic books were the blame for many of society's problems. The more disposable nature of comic strips and comic books have fueled the notion that books are intellectually superior. But they're not. It's fiction. It's all fucking fiction. Oh yeah, this is a long article. Okay, I don't really feel like reading it all, but you get it's hard for me to speak, so you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. I don't feel like it should be nominated for Best Picture, because obviously they're trying to push an agenda with the SJWs and people who feel culturally oppressed, because, Will Smith had this whole ordeal with the Oscars a couple years ago. I get it. It sucks. It was a good movie for you, but in technicality, it was a really shitty fucking movie. There's nothing good about Black Panther other than Killmonger. Killmonger should get some kind of award for Best Villain, apart from Thanos. Obviously, Thanos should win over him, but Killmonger, he was a good guy, or you know what I mean. He was a good villain. I really enjoyed watching Killmonger on screen. He was the best part of the movie. There was no boring parts with him. But every time T'Challa came on, I was just kind of like, oh my god. And then they faked his death in the movie, and I was just kind of like, we all know he lived, so it's kind of like, oh god. I don't know. I'm just ranting. I'm sorry if this sounds mean. I promise you I'm not racist, for the love of fucking Christ. Just, god damn it. I hate the idea of this. So, yeah, Black Panther. Let me know if you liked it. And if you liked this video, and if you agree with anything I say on this, please don't forget to subscribe. Help me out. I do new videos every single day. I'm sorry if this is a sensitive topic for some people. I promise you I'm not trying to offend, but this is just how I feel on the subject. Even my favorite movies don't even deserve Oscars, so I don't see why this one should. It's culturally historic or whatever. I don't know. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.